Hey guys, this is going to be a map chat on mines. Starting off from the south and light tanks. At the very beginning of the match, either rushing onto hill and getting onto hill is always pretty important, depending what they have. If you don't have mediums or as many mediums as light tanks they have, it's probably a bad idea because their medium light tanks are going to do the same thing. So you need to be able to win hill once you get on hill. Understand you're probably going to take a shot or two, possibly getting onto hill depending on where you spawn at. But probably the strongest spot to get on for spotting on the entire map. So getting up there, very important. Other option is to rush down this way, get behind the hill, and get up onto this area right here to spot tanks as they try to approach and get down into this area. You can also spot some tanks in this area as well from here. So getting into this area on this corner right here is really, really strong from a spotting perspective. Could also go north and get into C9 area behind these rocks. There's also bushes there, so you can stay cameled up and spot the tanks on these corners, and some tanks are in this area. So all three great locations to get to. And a tank destroyer, either sitting back in this corner or pushing up to this corner, is great options. Pretty much right here, you're waiting for them to push. If you don't have enough teammates going up into this area, then sitting back is probably a better option, or pushing up. You could also come behind the rocks over here and push and shoot up onto the hill, or if they get really aggressive. So pushing back in this corner, the same as a light tank, also works out very well. You'll have shots. You have to duel whatever comes around the corner. You probably want more armored TDs in this area. But either way it works. Once you win hill, or if you don't win hill, it's probably a better idea to back up to this corner, because you can get behind this rock and shoot things as they try to get uphill or come around downhill to shoot your tanks right here. So sitting in either one of these two areas is a good idea, or like I said, pushing up into this area at the very beginning. So that's pretty much it for TDs. Mediums, like again, if you have enough mediums, getting to this area important. And it's pretty much the same as light tanks, either getting to this and onto the hill and to this area, or to north is what you want to do. If they have more mediums and light tanks than you, it might not be a good idea to try to take hill. So it'd be a better idea to either take north or down here to spot and push. That's pretty much what I'm do with mediums. Heavy tanks, you're pretty much going to fight around this island. That's pretty much all you want to do. Either you're going to sit right here and fight the tanks that are up onto this hill area and right here. Remember artillery. Or you're going to go north and fight around this corner, or getting back to this area and fight through here. It's probably the best places to be in a heavy, and just win your corner or hold it. Two options that you need to do. All right, swapping to the other side now. And it's going to be a pretty quick one, just considering that it's not a big map. There's not much to do on it. There's not many places to go. So it doesn't, it's not going to take long to explain this map. All right, so north side with the light tank. Again, taking hill if you have the tank advantage, getting up onto it first, or pushing to these buildings right here. You're trying to light the tanks that are back here and the tanks that are right here. You have to be careful of tanks pushing up on you. If they do, you just need to fall back, get behind this building right there, and then retreat. That's what you're trying to do. Now, east, there's not as good of a place to scout from. What you can do is get behind this rock early, and it'll give you chances to light tanks on the hill and take pop shots and just keep stuff lit. Or you could try to come down and get behind, these rocks that are in this base. Itself, and try to get behind the rocks and keep stuff lit. That's probably your best options, probably the safest options. That's pretty much it. When it comes to TDs, getting back onto this hill to shoot across tanks coming up the hill, or tanks that are already on the hill. At the very start, you can sit at this rock if you spawn like on this side, and you can get to this rock, and you can see through this rock onto the hill. If we pull the marker over, you'll be able to see from right next to this rock all the way up. And at the very, very start, if you reload quick enough, you can usually get a shot on the mediums and the light tanks as they try to push up onto the hill early on. As long as you're quick enough and accurate enough, it's a pretty easy shot to make. You have to lead a little bit because it is, a little bit of a good distance across. Then after you do that, moving up to either go around the flank, either side, or just holding from back here. But it's definitely best to be ready to move up when you need to move up. But that's pretty much it. Medium tanks, again, either going onto the hill immediately. If you're outclassed as far as they have more mediums or more higher tier mediums or more light tanks, so on and so forth, then you definitely either want to go to west side and get ready to fight that corner and push onto this island, or just stay there and light and fight whatever you get to fight, or push north and get behind this area and just poke at tanks at their heavies and try to push them back so that you can push in with your heavies. Pretty much two options you have, or the three options you have with that. And heavy takes same. Either you want to push onto this corner and fight these guys, or you want to push around the backside or the high backside. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty straightforward map. You just want to win whatever area, whatever choke you're on. Either you're going to be on this choke, you're going to be on this choke, or you're going to be in this choke. So you just need to win depending on what tank and what area you're on. And it's a pretty straightforward map. So that pretty much covers it. Hope you guys enjoyed.